It's just after sunset on a coastal highway. The sky is burning orange. Traffic slows, and then it appears in your rearview mirror. Low, wide, painted in a deep blood red that looks like it was stolen straight from Maranello. At first, you think it's a Ferrari, but it's not. This is the 2026 Alfa Romeo Alfetta, and it might be the most aggressive comeback Alfa has attempted in decades. Here's the controversial take. Most people think Alfa Romeo has lost its edge, that they've gone soft, gone safe, gone corporate. But the Alfetta exists to prove every single one of those people wrong. And yet, despite the power, the design, the performance, there's one flaw lurking beneath all this Italian passion. A flaw that could decide whether this car becomes a legend or a regret. Stay with me, because once you hear it, you'll see this car very differently. And hey, if you like deep dive breakdowns that go beyond the spec sheet, hit subscribe. This channel doesn't just show you cars, we tell you whether they're actually worth wanting. Exterior design, Ferrari Energy, Alfa Soul. Let's start with the obvious. This thing looks angry. The 2026 Alfetta sits low and wide with proportions that scream rear-wheel drive performance, even if you don't know what's under the hood yet. That iconic Alfa triangular grille is sharper, more sculpted, and flanked by razor-thin LED headlights that look like they're squinting at the road ahead. The red paint, especially under hard lighting, does something special. It flows over the fenders like liquid metal, catching every curve, every crease, every aggressive shoulder line. From the side, the Alfetta channels classic Italian sports sedans, long hood, short rear deck, but modernized with frameless doors, flush handles, and turbine-style wheels that look like they belong on a supercar concept. And from the rear, slim LED taillights, a wide stance, a diffuser that's not just for show. This doesn't look like a nostalgia play, it looks like a challenge. Interior experience. Driver first, always open the door and the mood instantly changes. This is not a tech demo on wheels. This is a driver's cockpit. You're greeted by stitched leather, Alcantara accents, and exposed aluminum trim that feels cold and purposeful to the touch. The seats are aggressively bolstered but comfortable, designed for long drives and hard corners. Ambient lighting traces the dashboard and doors in subtle reds and whites, creating a cockpit vibe without feeling gimmicky. In front of you, a curved digital gauge cluster mirrors classic Alfa dials, but with modern clarity. To the right, a high-resolution central display handles navigation, media, and performance data, angled toward the driver like it actually cares who's driving. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a premium Italian-tuned sound system, and physical controls for the important stuff, volume, drive modes, climate, because when you're driving something like this, touchscreens shouldn't slow you down. Performance and specs, narrated, real-world feel. Now let's talk about what really matters. Power. The 2026 Alfetta is expected to launch with a turbocharged, performance-focused powertrain, pushing well north of 400 horsepower, with torque arriving early and aggressively. 0 to 60, think low 4 seconds, or quicker in performance trim. Power is sent through a performance-tuned transmission paired with a chassis engineered for balance, not just straight-line speed. Weight distribution is nearly perfect, and adaptive suspension adjusts in real time to how hard you're pushing. This isn't about brute force, it's about control. Efficiency and range. Despite the performance, Alfa hasn't ignored efficiency. Expect respectable fuel economy for the segment, or in electrified variants, a range competitive with modern performance hybrids. Real-world driving? Enough range to enjoy the car without constantly watching the gauge, dimensions, and daily usability. The Alfetta slots neatly into the premium sport sedan space. 4 real seats, usable rear legroom, a trunk that actually fits luggage or groceries. This is a car you can drive every day and still look forward to every single drive. Safety and warranty. Advanced driver assist systems come standard. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, blind spot monitoring, and automated emergency braking. Safety ratings are expected to meet or exceed modern standards, and Alfa backs the Alfetta with a competitive warranty package designed to rebuild trust. Because yes, reliability matters. The biggest drawback, here's the truth. All right, time to talk about the flaw. Because no car, especially an Alfa, is perfect. The biggest issue with the 2026 Alfetta isn't the design. It's not the performance, it's confidence, specifically consumer confidence. Alfa Romeo still carries a reputation in the US for questionable long-term reliability and inconsistent dealership support. Even if the Alfetta is mechanically solid, buyers will hesitate. For enthusiasts, that's a risk worth taking. For everyone else, that hesitation could be a deal breaker. And Alfa knows it. Biggest competitor and market future. The Alfetta's biggest rival? The BMW M340i. BMW brings consistency, dealer support, and proven performance. Alfa brings emotion, design, and a soul. BMW sometimes forgets. Looking ahead 3 to 5 years, Alfa Romeo is clearly betting on bold design, electrification, and performance-first engineering to reclaim its place. If they deliver on reliability, this car becomes a cult classic. If they don't, it becomes a beautiful what could have been. Closing, final verdict, and CTA. So back to that flaw. Is the 2026 Alfa Romeo Alfetta risky? Yes, but it's also thrilling, emotional, and unapologetically Italian in a world of safe, soulless performance cars. And honestly, that might be exactly what the market needs. Now I want to hear from you. Would you take the risk on the Alfetta or stick with the safe choice? Drop a comment below, hit like if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe for more deep dives into the cars that actually matter. Next up on the channel, another performance machine that might shock you even more. Stay tuned.